Well, Chris, just sort of briefly back to Tuesday night, and it was one of those where there are positives to take out of it. Do you look back on the run as a positive for the club?
Yeah, you have to. We've had some really good performances in it, and got to a semi-final. Didn't quite get there, but we were pleased overall with our contribution to that competition. But really, the messages this week have been, it's gone. Yeah. It's the league, and the last league game was a 4-0 win. So we move on. And
that's it now, isn't it? And it's not that it has been a distraction at all, as you say, a positive, but it is absolute sole focus now on making sure that minimum you fifth bottom of league.
That's right. That's right. And I'd like to think that since we've taken over, the points tally has been pretty good from the games we've had, and certainly the last 6 away games, we've produced some good performances, got some good points in the bag. So the lads are, they're full of it. They're in a good frame of mind, and what's been a real positive is, even though we've gone through sticky spells in games, the fans have stuck with us, and we have to thank them for that, because it's really important from now to the end of the season.
Yeah, and given that run, and you have been picking up a lot of league points, it seems like a strange league this year in that a lot of other teams have also picked up their form at the same kind of time.
But they have, and you do look at it after the game, but it just makes those wins and points even more important, doesn't it, if other teams have won around you. So we've just got to concentrate on ourselves. I think we've got some good players, we've got a good team ethic and morale. They're absolutely working the socks off every day, and they're working as we want them to work. And as I say, I think there's a togetherness around the club that we want to continue.
Obviously very much a team effort, but it does seem the arrival of Johnson up front has given you that sort of focal point that at times have been lacking before this season.
Well, he's added to the squad, hasn't he, for sure. He's a different dimension, and what I would say is he's a real top lad as well to be around. He's brilliant for the changing room. The lads have taken to him really, positively, and yes, he has made an impact for sure. His hat-trick was tremendous. He was very good at Portsmouth away. He's been a really, really good addition, and so has Abs. Yeah. So we're pleased with the additions, and what they've done is they've settled into a squad, and that's really important, because the lads have to have that harmony off the training field as well.
And there seems there's been that sort of little bit more integration in the first couple of matches. He was winning a lot in the air, and players weren't close enough to him. That seems to have improved a lot in the last couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, because he's a big, physical, strong lad. Maybe the tendency is to try and find him early, and we're trying to mix our game up so we do both. He is a physical presence, and you're right. We when the ball does go longer, you want the runners off, but I think we've got players good enough to do both, to play the link football that we like, in different shapes, but also have that physicality and plan B for Jono if needed.
Okay, so you mentioned the away form, which has been really good in recent weeks. Is there a key to that? Is there a reason why it particularly suits you playing away?
Perhaps a counter-attacking football where a lot of teams feel the pressure to have to score at home. We've seen that at our place when some teams camp in, it's difficult to break them down. So I think we've used that to our advantage, counter them really well. But that we don't want there to be a difference between the two performances, and that's what we're trying to get. We're trying to get the home and away performances the same. As I say, the difficulty is that teams are coming here and camping in, but away from home, I think the lads have really wanted to express themselves and relax and play good football, and we've been really pleased with them.
Absolutely. So Scunthorpe, very much one of those teams, one of a whole bunch of teams that you're chasing, and you could get a lot closer this weekend.
That's right. It's tight, isn't it? So they'll be thinking the same, but we go there full of positivity, looking forward to getting on the coach and having a laugh with the lads on the way up, as you do. So I think we know what we're capable of. Get the training done today, have a chat with the players, and look to implement an action plan. But it's one of some very important games coming up. It's not just tomorrow, is it? There's some vital games coming up, and as you say, it's so tight that a couple of wins can escalate you right up that table, and that's what we're hoping for.